the wonderful yet animalistic dance we call sex. People don't think they're animals, but of course we know deep down that we're mammals, so we're animals. The word animal only just means, just like phenomenal means that of the nature of phenomenon. We are animate, so we are animal, but it doesn't mean anything bad. We can act like an animal, what we call animal, something that's just motion and active without thinking, and that's what some people do. We can think like mammal, which means to stay in packs and tribes and to stay among your own. But we can become spiritual, which means join all things and know that all is one in a non-seen sense, that we're all just in a different experience, different appearance. So, all those things being said, to jump into this idea, see, I want to try to explain it in a way where people who haven't had any experience of oneness or who haven't really thought deeply about stuff, I can say it in a way that they'll get it. So, there are many, many, many animals that, if we did the same thing they did, which we did at one point, we would be committing a crime. Like some animals run up onto another animal, bite it, fight it, hold it down and have sex with it and impregnate it. Some animals, and if you ever notice, a lot of animals will be fighting until they get to the point of sex, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, that feels good, and they sort of let it finish or go through with it, just like some women get raped by gunpoint and ease into it and end up enjoying it, honestly, and some people don't. And I mean, it's horrible that people would even get in that position, but just to get down to the bottom of it, there's a truth to it, and there's a reason to say it. So we as people do stuff the same as animals do, and we come through looking a little different about it because we talk to each other and we act a certain way. But think about the same thing, a boy and a girl. We'll say that the little boy has to impress the girl to get her to like him, because deep down the survival instinct of us all is that the little boy wants the girl so that he can continue on, he can produce more, he can create more. Deep down underneath it all, it's a continuation of himself. And in the little girl, she wants to find a good boy who will qualify, so that since she is the one who is able to create new life with some assistance, she can pick who she wants that will help her create a good life. I mean, underneath it all, that's the instinct that we have. So what we do, just like animals, we do it in a different way. We argue with each other, we fight, we sometimes don't. Some people will just be infatuated with the girl because she's cute, or a girl will be infatuated with the boy because he's cute or something like that, or it could be same sex or whatever. I mean, but we're not going on that term. We're talking about that yearning, not the animalistic urge to gratify yourself and come. That's the only reason anyone would same sex, whatever, because that urge to multiply isn't happening. But you are still multiplying and creating more of your life. So if that person is also adding to your experience, and sex is just a byproduct of your experience for enjoyment, that's a different thing with homosexuality. But when it comes to the nature of animals, the reason we are this way is because we want to continue on and we want to create. So we end up just like animals, except we don't run up and bite them and fight them and hold them down sometimes. In other forms, we try to impress them so that we can get them to like us. And then we argue, we fight, we make up, we have great times, we go out, we enjoy dinners together, we do stuff we experience together so that we can get to know them and we can have sex and we can enjoy that stuff. So some people don't require all that. Some people are just like, oh, you look good, I look good, I'm horny. That's sort of a very simple, easy way to get into things if you just are all about satisfying yourself quickly. But the whole point is, we are just like animals, except we present it differently. We argue and fight and we make up. We have to go through the experience so that we can love each other enough to make it mean something. But really, we're just creating more life. And I'm not downgrading it by saying that. I'm just bringing the obvious truth to it. So I'm not suggesting people just act like animals. I myself have removed myself from the sex dance because it means nothing anymore. I can create without having to create new physical people. The physical people that I've helped create are beautiful and wonderful, and I want to help them be as great as they can, as well as everybody else, as well as everything else, to make this life the best creation it's ever been. And it's going to keep getting better with people like me. So, till next time, peace.